Online and offline students, before starting the session, do you have any doubts? Are there anyone who joined newly today, missed the first two sessions? Anupama, are you new student? Okay. So have you gone through recordings of demo 1 and 2? No. Okay. No problem. I will anyway do the demo 1 and demo 2 just quickly 5-10 minutes revision and then go to the today's topic also. Okay, let everyone join. By the time everyone join, I will do the quick revision on just whatever we covered in the last 2 days, demo 1 and demo 2. Everyone attended recordings or you have attended online? Okay. So we have seen about in the demo 1, like what are the modules that we are going to cover in the full stack Java, like what and all you will be learning in full stack Java. If you are joining for the full stack, what are the things you are going to learn that we have discussed in demo 1 and demo 2. So like in full stack Java contains the modules like 3: backend, front end, and the database. So backend includes what? Core at Java, advanced Java, and also the database. So to develop any complete application, that anything like Facebook or Amazon or Flipkart or anything, any real time application, if you want to develop, you need to know the knowledge of these three things. Suppose you are seeing any application like Facebook or something also. If you see here, when we log on to the Facebook page, okay, Facebook login page or anything, where you will see like some login ID and the password. Yes or no? When you want to log into the Facebook, you will be asking to enter the user ID and password, or you will open any Flipkart or Amazon or any website also. What you will see for anything, you will be having the login option, and you can see multiple things in the website. So like this, if you want to develop some application, and not only developing the front page, when you type this data, it has to verify your credentials and open your own page, correct? Your Facebook, it has to open. How it is opening? It is connecting to the database and checking the information, that you are information, and then opening your page. So for all these things happening, we need to learn complete full stack, that is back end, front end, and also about the database. So database is usually why we use to store the information. Means if it is a small information, you can store in book or a file, but database means you will be storing for what? Huge amount of information. That's why we require database. And then HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React JS is used to develop the front page. And when you type here, it is fetching the information and connecting to the database. So this process is done by your backend. Done by what? Your backend. For that purpose, you will be learning core, advanced, and what? Frameworks. Okay, these are the modules you are going to learn in core, advanced Java, and also in the frameworks. In advanced, you will be learning what? JDBC, servlets, and JSP. And then also in framework, Spring, Spring Boot, and Hibernate, and JPA, all these things. Okay, so this is about the course modules, and we have told like we are going to complete the course duration in 6 months, plus or minus 2 weeks, it will be there. It depends upon the projects and everything. And you will be having classes every day from Monday to Friday, every day 1 hour. And Saturdays and Sundays you will be getting holiday for practicing that whatever you have learned in that complete week. Okay, and here, along with this course content, whatever I have shown you in full stack module, back end, front end, and also database, we are also providing communication and aptitude classes, which will help you for getting the job. Because when you are going for an interview, first thing you will be asked for what? Written test. And then when you're asking for the technical round, they will be seeing your communication skills, yes or no. These all things also we are giving training in this module. For the course fee you are paying for full stack Java, with the same fee additionally you will be getting this communication and aptitude classes also. And we also have started the internship program. So in first 3 months you will be doing one module. After that you will be starting the second module. Then you will be doing one real time project. So when you are doing the real time project, you may be doing for 2 or 3 months, but you will get the internship certificate for overall how many months? 6 months from our parent company Yokta Technologies. So whatever the internship certificate that you got, you can put it in your resume. Yes or no? You can put it in your resume so that it will give you an added advantage. Really, you will be doing that project. So, if the company asks you to explain about the project, you will do it. Whatever the projects, those who are doing for the UI, you have done some multiple projects. You can put them so you can easily explain the things that you used in that about React JS or anything, JavaScript validation. If they ask you, tell me about how you validated, you can easily tell because you will be really doing that project by yourself. So, like that, you will be doing the project and get the internship certificate. And also, you will be getting the stipend for the last 2 to 3 months. But condition is like you should have what? 80% minimum attendance, and mock interviews will be conducted, and you have to apply for the mock interview and get score at least 6, means 6 or more than 6, and the lab attendance also compulsory. So all these things will come into the criteria just for stipend. If you don't want the stipend, then remaining things will be common, everything. Even though these criteria you are not following exactly, you will be getting the internship certificate, no problem with that. Only for the stipend, that you need to qualify these all things, three things like attendance, mock interviews, and lab attendance. Okay, is it clear? Online students, those who are attending today for the first session, is it clear? Anupama and someone else, if there are any new students, did you understand about the course module? Just these in elaborated, I have said just in 2 days, like about what and all. Anyway, in coming regular sessions, we will be discussing in detail about each and every topic. This is about the course module and duration and about the facility we are providing. And every day, like every 2 3 days, about the topics that we have taught, you will be given assignments also. Okay, and you have to submit those assignments in the lab. You have to do the assignment and you have to submit the assignments also. Mentors will be there for helping you in the assignment. Okay, so any more questions from online students? From the past 2 days demos, do you have any questions? You can let me know. Is it clear? Is there anyone who joined today first time? Someone joined with Realme 8. Is today the first day? Okay, if you have any issues or any doubts, you can please let me know so that I can help on that. So, this is about the course content, because before joining, you should know what are the things that will be covered in your complete full stack for the payment that you are doing and for your enrollment process. And after that, I think we have discussed about little important features of Java. In the day 2 session, we have discussed about the important features of the Java also. Okay, so in yesterday's session, we have discussed about what is the prerequisite. Means to start with Java programming language, do you need to know anything before? Nothing like that. If you don't know C, C++, if you are from any kind of educational background, no problem, you can start learning with what? Java programming language. No problem. There is no prerequisite. If you are from triple E electrical or any mechanical or computer background also, you can start learning here, because we will be teaching from very basic concept. You can learn Java, no problem. And we have discussed in detail about the what are the modules that we are going to cover. And I also discussed about who developed the Java programming language and everything. So these are informations I have explained. Who developed Java? A person called James Josling with the organization Sun Micro Systems. But later, now it is not with Sun Micro Systems, it is taken by what? Oracle. So, if you want to download any software that is related for Java, you have to go to the Oracle site and download it. Previously, it is different, but now anything related to Java, you have to work with what? Oracle only. Clear? So now, initially, the name of the Java is what? Oak, but later it has renamed to what? Java Programming Language. Why it was renamed means there is already some other language similar. So to avoid that name conflicts, they have renamed from Oak to Java. Oak is nothing but it is resembling some coffee plant. Okay, so you see some coffee vapor symbol on that book, right? So it is just the meaning of that coffee plant. So that is the reason they have renamed the Oak to what? Java, because of the naming issues. Okay, so this is about just history, like who developed and where, why, and then when it is got developed by which organization. And next, before going into the Java programming language, we also discussed about what is a program. Program is nothing but what? It is a set of instructions to perform a task. I took one general example also. If you want to go to attend one party or a function, what you will do? You will get ready and you will make all the things, you will purchase a gift and then attend the function and come. Your task is done. But for performing that task, you are getting ready, purchasing gift, going there. These are all what? Instructions you are doing step by step. Yes or no? In the program also, you will be doing, suppose a simple addition is your task. Set of instructions. What are they? Taking two variables, storing the numbers, adding them 10 plus 20, and displaying the result. Completed task. So this set of instructions, whatever you are doing one by one to complete it, is called what? Program. So for performing this program, you have different ways. You have what? Different ways, different languages. Java or C or C++, Python, you are having what? So many languages. But why we choose the Java? I said one of the important feature that why we choose Java programming language. What is that? It is a platform independent language. That means what? You can write once and run anywhere. It is independent of the platform you are using. Platform is, my intention is the operating system. Means whatever application, now I have shown Facebook or Amazon or Flipkart, any a bank application or library management system. Everyone have bank account, right? They will use the bank application online or offline. So when you want to develop any such application, if you're developing in Java, if you're developing on Windows OS or any platform, if you're giving that application to a person who is using Linux or Mac OS operating system, then also it will work fine. There is no issue with that. Okay, so that is the reason we say Java is what? Platform independent language. Because of this reason, we are choosing Java to create our real-time applications. So coming to this programming languages, basically these are categorized into how many types? Three types: low level, middle level, and then what? High level. Low level means what? Everything will be in zeros and ones, because computer cannot understand the language that we are typing. Will it understand? No. It will understand only the bytecode, that is what? Zeros and ones. So whatever code you are writing in any language, it has to convert into what? Machine understandable language. All programming languages have compiler. Before Java, there is C and C++ also. but those are also using compilers. But what is the difference in our high level language Java? We have, along with the compiler, we also have what? Interpreter. Interpreter also will convert into machine understandable code. But because of this interpreter only, our language is what? Platform independent. That is what we discussed in the last session. Because of this interpreter, what is our interpreter here? JVM. JVM stands for what? Java virtual machine. We discussed already, just so I'm quickly revising them. Because of this interpreter, it is platform independent. That means it is running on any operating system same. But maybe because of the interpreter doing double times, once it is compiled and again it is interpreted, it is little slow when you compare with the languages which has only compiler. But for better and good performance, we have to use what? Java programming language only for good performance and the secured performance. Okay, even though because of using interpreter, it may be little slow when you compare, but the performance will be highest. Good performance will be there when you are using Java programming language. Okay, is it clear? So why Java is platform independent? Because it can run on any operating system same. Why it is running? Because of the interpreter. Because of the interpreter. What this interpreter is going to do? Yesterday I said one example, right? See, now I am teaching in English. So only few people understands English. Few people will understand Hindi and Urdu. So because I will compile and you are understanding only English, what about the remaining people? So now I will interpret my code. I will give to interpreter. What interpreter will do? Okay, this people understands Urdu, so for them it will convert to Urdu. Okay, few people will understand Hindi, for them it will convert to what? Hindi language. So everyone can understand whatever I am teaching. It is correct, right? In the same way, if you are developing an application on Java, what will happen? This interpreter, okay, you are using Windows operating system, I will convert into Windows understandable code. Okay, if you are working with Linux, it will convert into what? Linux understandable code. Like that, it will check with the platform and it will convert into that machine understandable code. Okay, that is the duty of the interpreter. Interpreter is converting into the machine understandable code. Here I said Java is platform independent, but JVM is dependent on the operating system. JVM is what? Dependent on operating system, or we can tell it is dependent upon what? Platform. JVM is dependent on what? Platform. Java is independent because JVM is dependent upon the platform you are using. So it is converting. For Windows, you will have Windows JVM separately. For Linux, you will have Linux JVM. That is the reason when you're downloading software for your JDK or for your Java language, you have to download according to your OS so that your JVM will come according to your operating system. Got it? So these are the points we have discussed. So online students, do you have any doubts regarding this? Are you clear why Java is platform independent language? Everyone? Okay. Okay. Someone joined with the number and name Realme 8. So those I cannot ask them. If you understood, you can let me know. Charan, Tejashri, Sai Kiran, everyone. Okay, good. So, and also we have seen about how the computer will store the data in terms of what? Bytes. So, how we purchase groceries in terms of kgs or anything, computer will store in terms of what? Bytes. So if you purchase a computer or anything, laptop or anything also, they will ask for what configuration you want. What is the processor, i5 or i7 processor? Because of the processor and the RAM capacity, your system will work what speed, and also because of the RAM capacity. Are you purchasing the laptop or anything for gaming purpose or study purpose? Then also you will be purchasing according to that. If you are purchasing for gaming, the laptop should be very fast, because you have to run at a time, some bike was running or anything, it has to speedily run it. So your processor should be good, RAM capacity should be good. And storage, if you want to store about some educational or any software, lot of storage was there, then you have to see the hard disk capacity must be more. So everything will be measured in terms of what? Bytes. Now also in the programming, we will store data in terms of what? Bytes. Numbers you will be storing. Yesterday we discussed like car is one class, object and all. I said car will have name, everything. So whatever data you are storing through the program, that also will be stored in terms of what? Bytes only. Okay. So that is the reason I explained you about the bytes also. How much is 1 byte and 1 megabyte, gigabyte and terabyte. These things also we have discussed. Okay. So these are the things we have seen. And also about the Java, how it is categorized. It is categorized into what? Java Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, and what? Mobile or Micro Edition. We have divided into core, advanced frameworks, but Java technically divided into these three modules: Standard, Enterprise, and Mobile Edition. So, like where we can develop some standalone or desktop applications. Enterprise applications means which work on internet with the help of server and all, like Facebook, Amazon, Flipkart. See, Notepad is there. Notepad, for working with Notepad, do you need internet? Notepad to work చేయాలంటే internet కావాలా? That is also an application only, but that is installed in your PC. You need not require internet to run that. But to open Facebook, do you need internet or not? Gmail, Facebook, Amazon, Flipkart. Is it, if you download some version of it in your book or in your laptop or phone also, you need internet connection, right? Because it is not completely installed in your, you are just using from some other location. Means Facebook is installed on server with some location. Who developed it? They have installed and they are maintaining on their server. That Facebook you are using with the help of what? Internet. Such applications are called web applications, or what? Enterprise applications also. Without internet you cannot execute them, because they are not installed on your local machine. You are using that application which is somewhere installed on server. Such applications are called web or enterprise applications. And same application, if you are using in mobile, it becomes what? Mobile application. Facebook you can use on mobile also, you can use on tab also, you can also use it in the desktop or anything, anywhere. So such applications are called mobile applications also, you can tell. Okay. So these are the different categories it was developed. So these are completely we discussed in demo 1 and demo 2 sessions. We just, I think, started the features of the Java. Yes or no? So now I will just show you, like yesterday we have just had a glance about the features of Java. So now I wanted to show you about what are the features of Java we have. Can everyone see? Online students, is it visible, the image? Is it visible? Clear? So Java, what are the features of Java? We discussed already, few points we discussed. Java is a object oriented programming language. So that means what? Every single thing in Java is considered as what? One object. A book, pen, car, vehicle, person. Everything is considered as what? Object. And we write everything in Java program inside a class. Inside where? A class. Class means nothing but it is a blueprint of what? Object. Class is nothing but what? Blueprint of an object. If you consider a class something like book or anything, if you're considering a class book, so now you will be writing like this. Any Java program you will write within the class only. So this is, I'm telling, it is a blueprint of object means book is what? One object. When you're writing class book, what you will write here? What is the name of the book? Suppose you are purchasing or taking a book from the library. Every book will have the ID and name and who is the author of the book and what is the cost of the book. Yes or no? Every book will have ID, name, author, and cost. So now in your class, you are explaining about the book. Yes or no? So now class is nothing but it is like a blueprint of the object, or it explains about the object whatever you're taking. So that is the reason when you are giving name for any class, give a proper name. Don't give ABC XYZ like that. Give a proper name. If you are giving any name, it will take it, but always we have to follow the Java standards. So that is the reason we have to give like proper name. And one more rule is, whenever you are writing class, the class name should always start with what? Capital letter, remember. Because when you do in real time projects, one project is maintained or done by multiple people, single person will not do, right? A project contains 10 or 20 members, everyone follow their own rule means it is difficult to identify. So they kept the rules. In company they will see how you are following the rules. Class means capital letter, method means small letter, these all we will see. But as of now, remember that if you are writing any class, the starting letter for class should be, class name should be capital. Class name should be what? Capital letter. See, those who are having some knowledge on programming, they may feel little bored because they might know all these things before. But there are, we will consider everyone. సో అస్సలు తెలియని వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉంటారు కదా, అందుకని డైరెక్ట్గా వెళ్ళకుండా ప్రతి మైనర్ పాయింట్ కూడా చెప్పడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాం అనమాట. సో ఇది తెలియని వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు కదా, సో క్లాస్ నేమ్ ఖచ్చితంగా క్యాపిటల్. ఎందుకంటే మీరు స్మాల్ ఇచ్చిన ఎర్రర్ రాదు, క్లాస్ బుక్ అని ఇచ్చినా కానీ యూ విల్ నాట్ గెట్ ఎనీ ఎర్రర్. But they will see in the company when you are going for an interview, if they ask you to write a program, they will see these minor things also. Are you following those rules or not? So that is the reason I'm telling everything. Okay, so that is one of the important feature, the first feature that I have discussed. Like, what is the first feature we have discussed? Java is object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language. Got it? And the second one, you have, it is a simple and then what? Secured language. So it is very easy to learn, and also it is the more secured programming language. Okay, so simple language, you know, it is easy to write and write the code. We have predefinedly so many functions and all to execute. Okay, if you want to find out square root, we have a predefined function. Like that, we have so many predefined functions in the program. So it is very simple and also secured. Security wise, yesterday I explained about some modifiers by making private also. And one more important feature or anything that it is making secured is, you can also, I will show one more image here. See here, other programming language, when you are comparing, they may ask you like, "Oh, wow, why it is secured? Why C++ is not secured?" Because మీరు Java నేర్చుకున్నారు అంటే, what is the difference between C++ and Java అంటారు. ఎందుకు Java better than C++ అని కూడా అడుగుతారు. So why is Java is secured and C++ language is not secured? Java is nothing but it is extension to C++. C++ కూడా ఒక programming language which is following the OOPS concepts. But why Java is better or extension to C++ means, so internally we have OS. OS means what? Operating system. Our operating system is containing the what? C++ application, like Windows or any operating system. But additionally we have what? JVM. our Java application is written inside what? JVM. Because of this reason, we have the secured application developed by the Java. Okay, because it is not, it is present inside the JVM. Okay, it is providing all the features. So now, after once it is like secured programming language, and the next one, as I said, what it is? Platform independent. What is the next feature? It is platform independent. What do you mean by platform independent? As I said, now we discussed, because of the JVM, it has, which acts as an interpreter, it will help you to run on any platform same. So that is the reason we call it as what? Platform independent programming language. Okay, and then the next feature, it is robust. What it is called as? Robust means, as we can tell, it is a strong or robust language, because we have here automatic memory management. What is that? Automatic memory management. Everyone now, they are using mobile and laptop. Sometimes you will get out of memory, yes or no? Sometimes in Gmail also there will be like memory full, you have to delete the data. In mobile or laptop also you will get out of memory, the drive is full and all. Then what you will do? You will delete some data, yes or no? Now through Java you will write thousands and thousands of code. Everything is occupying some memory in your computer, yes or no? But how it is if it is not deallocated? In C or C++, we have memory allocation and deallocation code separately. But in Java, there is automatic memory management. Because of this reason, we call it as what? Robust and strong. Means whenever object you are creating, car, class car ano, book ano create చేశారు. దానికి కొంత మెమరీ ఆక్యుపై అయింది. యాజ్ సూన్ యాజ్ ఇట్ యు ఆర్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్, మీరు క్లాస్ క్లోజ్ చేసేసారు, లేదా క్లాస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నల్ కి అసైన్ అయిపోయింది, ఇట్ లాస్ట్ ఇట్ స్కోప్, దెన్ ద మెమరీ ఆక్యుపైడ్ బై దట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఆర్ బై ద క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఈస్ డీఅలొకేటెడ్. ఈజ్ వాట్? డీఅలొకేటెడ్. ఏ మెమరీ అయితే మీరు ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి అలొకేట్ అయిందో, వెన్ ఇట్ లూజెస్ ఇట్ స్కోప్, ఇట్ విల్ బి వాట్? Free. The memory will be what? Free. It will free the memory, so that you will not get the issue of out of memory because of Java. Okay, it is called as, because of that reason we call it as what? Robust language. There is automatic memory management. Memory allocation and deallocation is done what? Automatically. We have garbage collector here, but the garbage collection is done what? Automatically. ఏదైనా ఒక మెమరీ ఆక్యుపై అయిందంటే మనం దాన్ని సపరేట్గా మళ్ళీ మెమరీని డిఅలొకేట్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, దానికోసం కోడ్ రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఆటోమేటిక్గా జావా కంపైలర్ ఆర్ జేవిఎం విల్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. Okay, so because of that reason we call it as what? Robust. Is it clear? Online students, if you are not clear with any point, please let me know. అందరికి అర్థమవుతుందా అండి? సో ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఆల్సో, బికాస్ ఇఫ్ ఎనీవన్ ఈస్ నాట్ understanding, they will understand better. Because of that I am adding in between. I hope there is no issue with that. Okay, and next, it is portable. Portable means, again, it can run on what? Any operating system without any problem. And also it is architecture neutral. So on any application whatever you are developing, you give for any person using any operating system or any device or any architecture, like whatever Java version or anything they are using, it will work same. And it is dynamic. It is used to develop some dynamic applications. Dynamic means what? Static means which is constant. Dynamic means what? Which keeps on changing. So it will develop some applications. And it is interpreted. Interpreted means what? Interpreted means what? We saw now, right? whatever the code we are compiled, it is again interpreted. Because of the interpreter, it is understandable by what? Machine. It is a machine understandable language. So we have seen like it is interpreted, it is dynamic, and also it is like neutral, architectural, neutral. Like this, we have many important points, and also it is like multi-threaded. What do you mean by multi-threaded? Yesterday I have just told you. Multi-threading means what? We discussed when we talk about multi-threading, we also discussed about what? Multitasking. Whenever you are doing multiple things at same time is called what? Multitasking. మీరు ఒకేసారి మల్టిపుల్ థింగ్స్ చేస్తే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం? Multitasking అంటాం. So when I'm doing this now, I'm typing in the word, and in background maybe some like see go to meeting is running on. Yes or no? I have opened the notepad plus plus, I have opened the go to meeting, and I have opened multiple things. Maybe I am downloading some movie in the Google Chrome, in the web browser. So I'm doing multiple things at the same time. That is what is called what? Multitasking. Multitasking means at a time when you're doing multiple tasks. That is called what? Multitasking. Now, because of this, what will happen? There is a burden on the CPU, that is the central processing unit. On the processor, it will be a burden. Sometimes when you are doing multiple things at same time, system will hang. Yes or no? It will take a time and it will ask you to end the task and all. We also, when we are reading, listening and watching TV or doing too many things at a time, it will be burden on our brain. We will also get stuck and we take a break. Yes or no? In the same way, machine also will get burden and it will hang sometime. So to avoid that, we are using multi-threading concept. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ మల్టీ థ్రెడింగ్? మీరు ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అన్ని గురించి కూడా మనం డీటెయిల్గా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్లో చూస్తాం. వీఆర్ జస్ట్ సీయింగ్ ద ఫీచర్స్. So, what do you mean by multi-threading means? Here, multiple big process are done at same time. Multi-threading means what? One single process is divided into multiple sub-process. Divided into what? Multiple sub-process. Yes or no? One single process is divided into multiple sub process. So instead of doing so many things at a time, అంటే ఇప్పుడు వర్డ్, ఎక్సెల్, మూవీ డౌన్లోడింగ్ ఇవన్నీ చేస్తున్నాం. అలా కాకుండా ఒక వర్డ్ డాక్యుమెంట్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి, అందులో సబ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏముండొచ్చు? ఎనీవన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆన్లైన్, వెన్ వి ఓపెన్ ద వర్డ్ డాక్యుమెంట్, అందులో ఉన్న స్మాల్ స్మాల్ సబ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏమి ఉండొచ్చు చెప్పండి? మనం ఒక కోడ్ టైప్ చేస్తుంటే. Anyone from online? Venkanna, Sarita, Sai Kiran, anyone? Grammar check, spell check, correct. So it will be right, yes or no? When Word document, when you're typing, Word document is one single big process. In that, when you're typing, it will show grammar check and sometimes spelling mistakes also. Those are all called what? Sub process. So multi-threading means what? Instead of doing very big process at a time, one single big process is divided into multiple sub process and run at a time. వర్డ్ టైప్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు స్పెల్లింగ్, గ్రామర్ చెక్ అనే టూ సబ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఒకేసారి జరుగుతున్నాయా లేదా? దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో మల్టీ టాస్కింగ్. బట్ మల్టీ థ్రెడింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మల్టీ టాస్కింగ్. మల్టీ టాస్కింగ్ వల్ల సిపియు మీద బర్డెన్ ఉంటుంది, బట్ మల్టీ థ్రెడింగ్ వల్ల ఉండదు. ఎందుకంటే మనం మల్టిపుల్ పెద్ద ప్రాసెస్ని చేయట్లేదు, ఒక సింగిల్ ప్రాసెస్ని తీసుకొని చిన్న చిన్న సబ్ ప్రాసెస్గా డివైడ్ చేసి ఒకేసారి చేస్తున్నాం. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రీజన్ దెర్ ఈస్ నో బర్డెన్ ఆన్ సిపియు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? మీ అందరినీ కలిపి నేను ఒక 10 ప్రాజెక్టులు మనిషికి ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చి చేయమన్నాను అనుకోండి, మీరు ఒక 1 month 2 months తీసుకుంటారు అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి లాట్ ఆఫ్ బర్డెన్ ఆన్ యూ. అలా కాకుండా ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ని 10 మాడ్యూల్స్గా డివైడ్ చేసి ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఒక స్మాల్ స్మాల్ మాడ్యూల్ ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి, మీరు 2 weeks 3 weeksలోనే కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారు. యూ డోంట్ ఫీల్ వెరీ బర్డెన్ ఆన్ యూ. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అది మల్టీ థ్రెడింగ్ అనమాట. అండర్స్టూడ్. సో ఈ మల్టీ థ్రెడ్డింగ్ మీద మనం ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ కూడా చూస్తాం. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద జావా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్. Okay, understood everyone? I will give the document also. Whatever concepts we are discussing, everyday topics, you will be getting the text and the document also on those topic. Clear everyone? So these are the important features of the Java programming language. So any questions? Online students, is it clear everyone? So in the object oriented programming language, when you're telling, it will follow all the OOPS concepts. I will not discuss about the OOPS concept programming now because there are so many basic things you have to know. But I will just tell what are the OOPS concepts. And if it is following all the OOPS concepts, then we tell it is what? Object oriented programming language. So what are the OOPS concepts? Do anyone know? Object, class, they also come under the OOPS concepts only. And the importantly, we have here the OOPS concepts as data encapsulation, or we can also call it as like data hiding and data abstraction, inheritance, and then polymorphism. Like this we have so many oops concepts, like we will be learning about everything, what, how we can perform data hiding, data encapsulation, and inheritance, polymorphism. Like this, these all oops concepts will be discussed in detail with programs. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ మనం అసలు జావాలో ఒక సింపుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎలా రాయాలి, ఇంకా మనం చాలా నేర్చుకోవాల్సి ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే ఒక కొత్త టెక్నాలజీ నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు అంటే బేసిక్ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ మీరు చాలా నేర్చుకోవాలి. డైరెక్ట్గా కోడింగ్లోకి వెళ్ళాం అనుకోండి, ఏం అర్థం కాదు అసలు. ఎందుకు అసలు ఒక ఇంటర్ప్రెటర్ వల్ల మీరు ఇవన్నీ నోట్ చేస్తున్నారు అనే ఒక ఐడియా రావాలి కదా మీకు. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రీజన్ we will be learning about these things. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, those who want to make a note of the features, you can just make a note. Okay, online students, you also, if you want to make a note, you can just make a note of this features, like what are the features of Java. Yes, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance. Yes. Okay, all of you just make a note of these features. I'll be back in just 1 minute. And those who, okay, if you want to take the screenshot of the picture also, you can take it. అర్థమవుతుందండి? మీకు ఆల్రెడీ ఐడియా ఉందా, ఫస్ట్ టైం వింటున్నారా? కొంత ఐడియా ఉంది, అసలు ఏం లేదు. మీరు బట్ ఇంత డీటెయిల్గా ఉండుండకపోవచ్చు. మీరు కాలేజ్లో చెప్తారో లేదో తెలియదు. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Okay, these are the important features of Java, and we will be discussing about the all the concepts in details. Now we are going to see about some important terms in Java programming language that you have to know before going into the coding. That is JDK, JRE, and then JVM. JDK, JRE, and what? JVM. JVM we have already seen. What is that? Java Virtual Machine, which acts as a interpreter for converting the code into machine understandable code or platform understandable code. So what does this JDK is containing, and what is this JDK stands for? Java Development Kit. What is that? Java Development Kit. So if you have to work with Java programs, you have to download this JDK into your system. Okay, it is a open source. You can download it from the Oracle site. So how you have to download means you can go to the Google, and here you can type in the Google page JDK. The installation steps, everything I will share with you. There is latest versions 21 or something, but it is, you can download JDK 17. That is also enough, because that is suitable for all the other any server or anything in future. When you are configuring, it is compatible. You can use JDK 17 or 18, whatever you wish, but I am using JDK 17 now. So what does this JDK and Java Development Kit contains? It contains the APIs. What it contains? API. API stands for Application Program Interface. Application Program Interface. So what this API will provide? It will provide the classes and interfaces for our program execution. See, మీరు ఒక మొబైల్ కొన్నారనుకోండి, మీకు అందులో బేసిక్ ఫీచర్స్తో కొన్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిపోయి వచ్చేస్తాయి. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? లేదా మీకు కొన్ని కావాలి, వాట్సాప్ లేదనుకోండి, మీరు వాట్సాప్ సపరేట్గా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటారు. అది ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయకుండా మీరు వాట్సాప్ యూస్ చేయగలరా? లేదు. అట్లాగే మీరు జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి అంటే మీరు ఈ జేడీకే అనేది ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. జేడీకే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్కి అవసరమైన క్లాసెస్, ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ అన్నీ కూడా మనకు వస్తాయి. సో అన్ని మనం ఓన్గా డిఫైన్ చేయలేం. మన కోసం జావా ప్లాట్ఫామ్ హ్యాస్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ అస్ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ క్లాసెస్ అండ్ ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్. ఎలా అయితే మనకి ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ యాప్స్ ఉన్నాయి మెసేజెస్కి, వీడియోస్కి, వాటికి, ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ క్లాసెస్ అండ్ ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ వేర్ వీ విల్ యూజ్ ఇన్ అవర్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. ఓకే, మనం అప్లికేషన్స్ డెవలప్ చేస్తాం అంటున్నాం. అప్లికేషన్స్ డెవలప్ చేయడానికి మనకి చాలా ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ క్లాసెస్, ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ అవసరం అవుతాయి. సో అవన్నీ కూడా మనకి జేడీకే ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో అలా ప్రొవైడ్ చేసేదాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం? ఏపీఐ, అప్లికేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్, విచ్ కంటైన్స్ సో మెనీ క్లాసెస్ అండ్ interfaces which help us for executing the Java programs. Okay, this is providing us, we have a environment called what? JRE. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Java Runtime what? Environment. This will provide us the environment of this API to work with what? All the Java coding. Okay, according to, if you install JDK, you get all these things. And inside JRE we will be having what? JVM. It is virtually present, it is not physically present. JVM is present what? Virtually. But JRE is like physically present. So it provides us the environment, all these APIs which are needed for our execution. So when you install JDK, you get JRE as well as JVM. Because of, without these all things you cannot execute Java program. First మీరు ఇది డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. Then only you can execute with what? Java programs. Understood? So this is tomorrow, or if possible today, I will share the all these codings. Okay, those who are attending for the first time, please share a message that you have attended demo 2, demo 3 session, so that they will send you recordings. And first demo 3 sessions and regular sessions of few sessions, they will be sending you freely link, and also they will upload that in the YouTube. Those who have missed, they can follow. See, today I have given the brief introduction about the demo 1 and demo 2, but if you want to go through that in detail, you can go through demo 1 and demo 2 sessions. Okay, you can just contact the admin, they will provide you to your number all the demo 1 and demo 2 recordings also. And still, if you're facing any difficulty in understanding, you can ask me tomorrow. Okay, your class starts at 4 o'clock, right? I will be available from 3:45 only. సో మీ 3:45కి ఎవరైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే లాగిన్ అయ్యి మీరు డౌట్స్ అడగచ్చు నన్ను. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్, మీరు 4కి క్లాస్ అంటే ఇప్పుడే కాదు, రెగ్యులర్గా కూడా అందరూ త్రీ అట్లీస్ట్ 5-10 మినిట్స్ బిఫోర్ ఉండండి అందరూ కూడా. ఎందుకంటే హరీబరీగా వచ్చి 4కి వినాలి అంటే కష్టం. ఒక 5 మినిట్స్ బిఫోర్ అన్నా ఉంటే కొంచెం రిలాక్స్ అయ్యి వినటానికి టైం ఉంటుంది కదా. సో కరెక్ట్గా 4కి కాకుండా ఒక 5 మినిట్స్ బిఫోర్ జాయిన్ అవ్వడానికి చూడండి. బికాస్ డెమో సెషన్స్ కాబట్టి, నేను రెగ్యులర్ సెషన్స్ కాబట్టి నేను కొంచెం 5 మినిట్స్ వెయిట్ చేస్తాను డెఫినెట్గా. బట్ రెగ్యులర్లీ ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్, ట్రై టు జాయిన్ అట్లీస్ట్ 5 మినిట్స్ బిఫోర్ ద సెషన్. Okay, so in tomorrow session I will also tell you how to download this JDK and how to install it and how to work with it. But to work with Java programming, you need to download what? JDK, Java Development Kit. This JDK is providing us what? All the related environment for working with Java, and also the JVM. మనకి జేవిఎం ఉంటేనే కదా ఇట్ వర్క్స్ ఆన్ ఎవ్రీ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది. అది ఎలా వస్తుంది? త్రూ ద జావా డెవలప్మెంట్ కిట్. Okay, so I have the document on the JDK and all also, which I will be sharing in next session. Like what is JDK, నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసిందే. What is JDK, what is JRE, and what is JVM, these all things. Okay, you can be discussing and you can see. As I said, JDK install చేస్తే మీకు ఏమొస్తుంది? JRE. Inside JRE, what you will be having? JVM. So it contains all the related libraries, everything which are needed for your program execution. And in you also have so many tools for executing your జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని కంపైల్ చేస్తాం, ఇంటర్ప్రెట్ చేస్తాం అని చెప్తున్నాను కదా. సో ఎట్లా కంపైల్ చేసినప్పుడు కోడ్ కంపైల్ అయ్యి మనకి ఎర్రర్ చూపించాలి కదా. సో అవన్నీ టూల్స్ ఎందులో ప్రెసెంట్ ఉంటాయి? మనకి జేఆర్ఈలో. So when you install JDK, you get JRE. JRE will contain JVM and the tools for your program execution. Got it? Understood? So like this you have to install and you have to work with JDK. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద స్టెప్స్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్. ఎట్లా అంటే ఒకసారి మీకు చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. బ్రౌజర్లో జేడీకే డౌన్లోడ్ అన్నప్పుడు యూ విల్ బీ గోయింగ్ టు ద వెబ్సైట్, and here based upon your operating system you have to download it. If you see here, is it Linux or Mac OS, మనకి ప్రతి version కి available గా ఉంటుంది. If it is your Windows, you have to download it for what? Windows. If it is Linux, you have to download it for Linux. ఇట్లా మీరు విండోస్ చూసి విండోస్ ఇన్స్టాలర్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ చేయాలి, మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకున్నాక వెన్ యూ డబల్ క్లిక్ ఇట్, ఇట్ విల్ గెట్ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్. సో ఎట్లా నేను మీకు స్క్రీన్ షాట్ చూపిస్తాను, ఈ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఫైల్ కూడా మీకు పంపిస్తాను. సో మీరు ఈ స్టెప్స్ ఫాలో అవుతూ ఈజీగా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఎవరికన్నా డౌన్లోడింగ్లో ఇన్స్టాలింగ్లో ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే నన్ను రేపటి క్లాస్లో అడగండి, ఇంకొకసారి చెప్తాను. సో మీరు ఇట్లా డౌన్లోడ్ చేయగానే మీకు ఇంకొక ఇష్యూ రావచ్చు. నాట్ ఇష్యూ యాక్చువల్లీ, ఒరాకిల్ సైట్ మిమ్మల్ని రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వమని అడుగుతుంది. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇట్ విల్ ఆస్క్ యూ టు రిజిస్టర్. జస్ట్ దానివల్ల ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఉండదు. మీ జీమెయిల్ ఐడినో యాహూ మెయిల్ ఐడినో ఉంటుంది కదా. సో ఎవరైతే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నారో మీ ఐడితో రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వండి. బేసిక్ ఫ్యూ స్టెప్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో వన్స్ యూ ఆర్ రిజిస్టరింగ్, వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, ఇట్ విల్ గెట్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ డౌన్లోడెడ్. Okay, sometimes it will ask you to just register. So when you click, it will be downloaded. So మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ ఇన్స్టాలర్ ఫైల్ ని you have to double click it, and then it will be installed in the program files. ఓకేనా అండి? సో ఈ స్టెప్ వరకు చేయండి, నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ కి చాలు. What you have to do, you have to download it and just install it. మీరు ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ కి కూడా మీకేం కష్టం ఉండదు, జస్ట్ డబల్ క్లిక్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ 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 అంటే ఇన్స్టాల్ అవుతుంది అంతే. ఓకే, ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ ఆన్లైన్ స్టూడెంట్స్? I will share the document today so that you can follow the text file as well as the download file. Clear everyone? Just 2 minutes. You can sit there. కూర్చోండి, ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి, పర్వాలేదు, క్లాస్లో కూర్చోండి. ఓకేనా అండి? సో ఇంకేమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ కానీ ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ కానీ ఉన్నాయా అండి? దోస్ హు ఆర్ జాయిన్ టుడే ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం, అర్థమవుతుందా? ఏమన్నా ఫాస్ట్గా అనిపిస్తుందా? క్లారిటీ ఉందా లేదా? Okay, all of you don't miss tomorrow's session. We will see download and installing, and also we will execute one Java code. So Java code execute చేయాలంటే ముందు మనం path set చేసుకోవాలి. There are two ways to set the path, permanent and temporary. Path set చేయకుండా program execute అవ్వదు. So these all important things we'll see tomorrow. How to install, ఆల్రెడీ నేను ప్రాసెస్ చెప్పాను, అవ్వకపోతే ఇంకొకసారి చూపిస్తాను ఇన్స్టాలేషన్. అండ్ ఆల్సో వీ విల్ రన్ వన్ జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ టుమారో. వన్ రెగ్యులర్ సెషన్ వన్ విల్ స్టార్టెడ్. those that session also you can attend freely. Those who are attending today for the first time or new people, they can attend. Okay, so at the same time, don't miss tomorrow's session everyone. Hope you all understood. If you want to speak anything, you can wait and ask me, others can log off session. Prashant Reddy, Kalyan Reddy. Understood, right? Sarita, Venkat Sai. Is it clear?